That would
Actually,
explain why Thistlewick said the N-word every other scene. It was really weird.
that's actually like happened shortly after the events of like Party 1. That's why like Damien left at one point. He like thought he was cool and tight with this look enough to say the N-word, and like it didn't go well.
It's not that you're, infertile. It's more that, like, if you were to reproduce, the offspring would not be, it wouldn't be you. It wouldn't be of you. It would be of your human side, perhaps, but like, it wouldn't be giving birth to another half human, half giant.
I see.
Probably for the best.
What if
What if you impregnated a giant?
Yeah.
Then it would give birth to a giant.
There you go.
What if you impregnated like, I don't know, a rabbit person or something?
Yeah.
Half
Or
human,
like
half
an
rabbit.
orc. How
Half
about an
human,
orc?
half orc.
Why
Half
wouldn't
orc,
it be
half orc.
like half giant? Why is giant the only thing that gets the giant part?
Because he's a base because he's
so
like a
here's the
base
thing.
human.
So like in the punt, so let me just bring up a Punnett square here. Okay, so right,
So is giant recessive?
yeah. There you go.
Every
Little
time
lesson
someone
there for you.
every time someone mentions recessive genes, I just think of Metal Gear.
You got all the recessive. You got all the dominant genes. I got the recessive gene.
No one ever told Liquid how genes work, and he just flicked his lid. All it took to avert catastrophe was one science lesson they never gave him.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, wasn't he like most of his childhood in bumfuck Africa?
Well, he was trained by the British Army. He has, like, military training after a lot of shit. Probably
He's
before
Bud's
that as well.
Psychomantis.
Yeah. So,
I think Psychomantis could have told him.
No, I don't think so. I think Psychomantis didn't.
Psychomantis would never talk about genes because he just... Psychomantis has a lot of hang-ups.
No, I think Psychomantis also didn't tell him because he thought it would be funny.
I don't think Psychomantis had a sense of humor is the tragic part.
That's...
Anyway.
So yeah, Axe.
Axe is the... My God, you're trying to create. You're using them to turn more. They're gonna turn ages into one of them.
Thank you for that revelation.
We didn't know.
You know what? Axe is going, or Azora will also walk back with him and sort of looking at Axe. Is going to lean down to the guy and just ask him. I'm actually surprised we haven't asked him yet. How did the first one of you become like this?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. How did you become like this?
Don't know.
Was it crazy Doctor Man?
Don't know.
Do you know who the first one was?
Chieftain back at Loose Branch.
How long ago?
Fucking now I'm struggling to remember if I stated it before. I don't want to.
Oh fuck! I didn't write it down.
Yeah. I guess 3 months. He says 3 months.
Okay.
3 whole months.
I'm gonna write that. Wait, what was the chief's name again?
The chief?
You just said it. The first guy who got turned.
He didn't
Oh.
say a name. He just said the chief. The chieftain.
The chief.
So, yes. Sylvana just brandishes a knife and says, "Are we done with him?"
Whoa, take it easy now.
Yeah, she looks at you, Axe, and just says, "You feel sympathy for this thing?"
Yes.
Yeah, she just raises an eyebrow and looks at, like, the seething rage in the mud shark man, and then looks back at you, Axe, and just says, just because of some shared origin you have. What do you want to do then?
Well, maybe we can use him for our personal gains.
I doubt they'd be willing to trade him as a hostage or anything like that.
Wow, my dude, you got shitty friends.
Azora is gonna, essentially, gonna just try and find a bag to put over his head, essentially. And, ooh, yeah, maybe, just, like, put him in, if there's a closet or something, just put him in there. That could be fun.
Monster in
fun.
the closet.
No, Azora does just, closet's probably not good. Maybe somewhere more in the open where people can see him. Point being, just gonna put him away, and Azora just sort of eyeing Sylvana. You never know what information we could need, over the next day that might be useful.
Right. She looks around and says, "So, any change in the plan now?"
We need to save Aegis?
Not really. Other than we're, now
that's...
short.
I know not really was a response to any change in the plans, but it came after we need to save Aegis.
Not really.
We need to save Aegis. Not really. Fuck it.
Yeah, do we really?
I mean, hey, we got his stuff. Why do we need him?
Yeah, like look at these finely made spears.
Frankly, Azora is just going to look at Axe and just say, if he's still alive. We have to be prepared that he isn't.
Or worse, it's a shark man. Or
well, we can assume they'd probably not be trying to kill him and try and turn
or possibly.
But, we don't know. Aegis, got pretty. He was fighting. He was struggling. There's a good chance he might have died at any point in that, or just tried to fight or something before we get there.
Cut to Aegis, who's like about to get himself killed in an escape attempt.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
we got to be prepared for.
All right, so Azora and Axe, you go ready to marshal the forces to march on Loose Branch.
Yeah.
All right, so cut back to Aegis and Blake.
So, I'm imagining I'm having Blake trying to undo the really fucked up binds
Yeah.
that I've now got on me, and Aegis is kind of like asking her for information. So like, do you know any way out of Loose Branch? Could we travel after?
I know a few ways out.
Well, so you've got your tree, but we don't want to give that away because they might still come in and use it. So honestly, it's our best bet.
Yeah. She just kind of cracks her knuckles and just thinks. It's interesting. You dove in after me and everything. You have a strong sense of honor.
No. It was reflex. Didn't really think about it. I just grabbed what I could and dove in.
And you you untied me, and I'm a self-proclaimed, and I'm a selfish thief. What would stop me? Well, tell him, I'm a selfish thief. What would you do if I just took this opportunity to bolt and sneak out by myself?
Guess I'm screwed.
You would be, wouldn't you? Wonder what reason I have not to.
The fact that my allies are your only... The fact that my allies right now are your only chance at getting this town back. And besides anything else, what are you gonna do? Go back to them? Go back to them empty-handed? They know I dove in with you. Do you think they'd believe you for a second that, you know, they just happened to not make it out?
Wouldn't necessarily go back to them. Might be time to cut my losses, you know? Head out of Deadwater. Maybe hit up Custer or something.
Ooh, hey, just throwing this out, Aegis.
Mm.
So you agreed to the like non-aggressive truce.
Yeah.
Do you think Sylvana and Azora and Axe would be willing to stick with that truce if you weren't around to enforce it?
Good point, yeah. Well, she's also talking about cutting her losses and leaving, so why would she care is the problem. But
And
She
she
got
like,
hunted down. You think Sylvana wouldn't hold a grudge?
yeah.
and she just kind of looks around the room and looks back at you and just says, "Really, the smartest thing for me to do would just be to leave you here and sneak out on my own, because I know a few routes." And then she picks up like a bit of the dinner plate and cracks it in two, and then sort of scrapes it on the wall, testing its sharpness.
Oh, she's gonna stab you like Walter White.
Oh, God. Can I discern realities on her?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can't, apparently. For the love of fuck, I'd never get... I'm just gonna have to fly blind here.
Gotta hand it to you, though. You've gotta hand it to you, though. You've been a brave hero type. You've been a brave hero type hanging out with a bunch of criminals for the past day. And she sort of, twiddles her like little, ceramic shiv around, approaches you, brandishes it, and just says, "It's actually, I can see why Jailbird I can actually kind of see why Jailbird likes you." And she brings her knife down. Let's see. Cutting your rope, cutting the knots in your hand, and freeing your hands.
Yeah.
And just says, "So I guess we are working together, huh?"
Seems that way.
I
I'm gonna...
really should be cutting my losses.
Maybe. I'm gonna say a speech like that wouldn't inspire loyalty.
That wasn't really a speech. That was me thinking out loud. I honestly didn't know what I was gonna do with this knife until I did, until a second before I cut the rope.
Well, for now, I don't quite know what they're gonna do. Well, I don't quite know what they're gonna do with me, or you for that matter. We should probably try and make a break for it, but you know this place better than I do, and Aegis is like looking around, and you said there's a lot of scrap in here, broken like bits of furniture and cutlery.
Yeah, broken cutlery, broken dinner plate. It's a bunch of that.
Yeah, Aegis is gonna start MacGyvering a spear, which is very simple actually. You don't really need to MacGyver a spear, you just need to whittle a sharp point.
And yeah, she just has her little dinner her ceramic shiv from a plate.
Aegis walks over to the door of the slime leading out, and he's gonna test the integrity of the floor around that door, because I imagine this place gets pretty damp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aegis is gonna grab like anything metallic and slim, and he's gonna start like jimmying that wood in front of the door. He's going to create a drop in front of it.
Right. It's actually is rather firm. It's surprisingly solid. Holds together well.
Okay, that's a problem. But is there anything I can use to like still jimmy it? Because it's still like planks of wood, right? It's not like a continuous wooden grain. It's planks.
Yeah, it's
I'm
planks.
presuming. Yeah, so if I can get something, I should be able to jimmy it at least a little bit.
Jimmy a little bit. Yeah, with something you need something a little more substantial than like a fork.
You said in the furniture, is there anything like
There are some turned over tables.
Was there a dresser or anything?
A dresser, no.
Okay.
See, Blake looking around says, "Well, this is where we, This is where we made food." Yeah, she sniffs and then like scrunches her face up. Fish went bad.
Yeah. All right. Actually, Aegis is gonna give up on the whole door thing. So, what's the quickest way out? What's the quickest way out of here from where we're at?
Well, this is the kitchen area, so Yeah, scratches her chin and says, there's this. Well, this isn't close to any of This is close to one of the main ladders, but I imagine that place would be pretty well looked at. But an idea occurs. This is on the first walkway out of the hut we're in. Right there's a spot where the water gets particularly deep. We could jump off and land in there, and we wouldn't hurt her, and we wouldn't break our legs.
Let's go with that. Oh, that door's probably not going to be open, but yeah.
She tests like opening a door just to see. Well, they did remember to lock it.
Yeah. Any ideas? Is there anything in here you can use to jimmy it? Or are we just going to have to break the lock and make a run for it?
Let's see. You can roll to discern realities.
Oh boy, the best luck today. No.
No. Yeah, as far as you can tell, you'd have to like kick the door down or something.
Yeah, Aegis is looking unsure on that. Just thinks, well, we may have to kick this down and just make a break for it. And with my luck and out of character, definitely not feeling my luck of strength kicking a door down.
I would say in character, maybe it would be good to get a rest and recover some health first.
They might come, yeah, but it's also like that thing is probably going to come back and see that we're unbound now.
True.
That's kind of
Blake
like the issue.
scratches her head, the back of her head, and says, "You look like you took a bit of a beating there in your hand.
Yeah.
You sure you're feeling up to a full-on breakout right now?"
No, probably not.
Tell you another idea. They might come back for us, in which case they'll open the door for us, hopefully.
We also don't know how
stick
many.
Around. You're pretty handy, right? You can stick around, fashion some quick weapons. Maybe see if we can dash past them. Who knows? Maybe it'll coincide with your buddy showing up.
All right.
Ask her what her damage die is.
Yeah, Aegis just nods and sets about fashioning some more of the wood. I want to try and create a trap, but I'm unsure how I'd do it with well, hey, we've got some rope, but no tension. if we, hey, if we got a particularly stretchy bit of wood, I could create something with some tension so that when the door opens, it will release and like spear someone really hard. But I'm unsure how I would do that.
Just like set up like a rake.
You know what?
Just step on it and it bats him in the face.
Yeah, let's set up a rake. No, fucking sideshow Bob them to death.
There have been some pretty sideshow Bob steps on a rake for 5 minutes moments through Hemlock, haven't there?
Yeah. Could fashion some like spikes, caltrop kind of things, so they'll like spear themselves in the feet. Yeah, I'll make some stuff like that and like spread that around in the and spread that like near the door around the detritus and kind of like keep a mental note of where they are. And so they'll come in, spear themselves in the feet essentially, and I'll use the extra time to make a couple of javelins for myself.
Right.
And
you have like the legs of the turned over tables would probably be the best wood to work with.
Yeah. And so could I make enough caltrops for like the doors and some that I can hold on my person?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna add caltrops to my...
Blake's very impressed.
She is. You can't not be impressed. But yeah, I made some javelins.
Do I have to be re-impressed every time we see it, or are we like, is it just new people who
Always.
Always impressed.
You're adept at crafting replacement spears, javelins, arrows, or any wood-based gear you're familiar with. The GM will tell you how long it takes and any additional requirements, but your allies will always be surprised by your resourcefulness. Well, she's technically an ally, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what?
Your enemies will be surprised. They'll think it's pretty lame.
I hope the door... Actually, I ask a question. Aegis asks a question, which is, do these doors open inwards or outwards to this room?
Outwards.
I'm gonna fashion a doorstop.
Okay.
Hope so. If we can get out while they're in here, I can throw down the doorstop and just gum it a little bit.
Nice. Okay.
Now that's fucking cartoon bullshit.
Since you're just prepping this place and like fashioning yourself some weapons while you're waiting for them to come back for you to make your escape. At the same time, Azora's marshaling the forces to come forward. Would you like to take this time to level up?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, I've got to remove a bunch. This is a lot, so may as well
we'll
cut to
back
them.
to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mute myself and get to that.
Yeah. So Azora, what's up?
I mean, not much. We're gonna, So I'm gonna try and find if these thieves had a second in command other than Blake.
That was they basically do. Yeah, there is one guy who steps up that they all just kind of nominate.
Okay, yeah. So Zora is going to give, sort of explain the plan herself to everyone, and that guy, changes. Gonna talk it over with Axe and Sylvana and Lotus, so who's gonna be on, like, what team and where and everything.
Well, clearly Axe is a senior member of the No Ones.
Right, so are you going to be in the smaller strike force, or are you going to be with the main forces?
Alright, second in command's name is Hines.
Hines. Oh, that's good.
Which one are you gonna be in?
I'm in the strike force.
I feel Axe could just cause so much ruckus in a big group.
Maybe it's better that you do come with me. Yeah. In that case, Brother Lotus. Well, no, because the point of the strike force is to be a distraction.
Axe is pretty distracting.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Azora's going to go to Brother Lotus and ask him to sort of lead the take Agus's place in working with Heinz to sort of lead the main bandit forces.
Very well. And he also says, and the little one will be coming with my group then.
Sylvana?
Yeah, the young one.
Azora sort of like inhales and sighs deeply, and just sort of like, I'm gonna need to think about that.
So that might need. All right. Yes. You go with what you feel is right. You're the leader now.
Azora sort of grimaces at that. That's not good. Yeah, Azora's gonna sort of look at everyone, look at, Sylvana and everything, and just sort of contemplate the situation silently. You know what? After a while, sort of lost in thought, Azora's gonna go find Reyna.
Reyna. Okay. Yeah, Reyna is just sort of. Yeah, Reyna's just. But you just find Reyna talking with Nostria, basically.
Hey, Reyna, you got a few minutes?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so gonna take her aside somewhere to talk.
Mhm.
And Azora, it's just sort of this battle we're going into without Blake to lead them and without Agus on our part makes this a lot harder. We were kind of counting on them to lead and coordinate things, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in charge of any troops, but that also means, in addition to everything else we're trying to find, and I don't know. Should I bring Sylvana in on this? I was originally gonna have her with like you and Nostria, because I mean, sincerely, I don't want to just leave Nostria on her own, but
Well, it's not like she'll.
we may need her, but
Well, she doesn't seem like the type to just want to sit still, does she?
that's what worries me. I don't want her getting over eager or, well, frankly, enjoying herself too much. But especially if we're trying to free Agus and Blake. I mean, neither Axe or I are fast or stealthy. She'd be much better suited than any of us at finding them and breaking them out. But it's still, I mean,
Well,
she's
she is still. Well, you have to measure it up, I suppose. So, you're trying to get her. She's young, she's impetuous, and you're trying to get her to realize that she. And you're attempting to get her to realize that that she doesn't have to be a violent vigilante.
right.
You've also been you've also been showing her that there's more to being a protector than just beating the crap out of people. So you could think about it like this: if you have her with you in the smaller force, you could at least guide her more directly towards the idea of protecting as opposed to attacking. Since you'd be the one most likely to run into Agus and the other one anyway.
Maybe you're right. I remember what I was like at her age, I was a year away from becoming a guard, and I was so eager, I guess. So, ready to prove myself or whatever, and well, frankly, we may not have a choice.
Yeah, so Reyna just kind of, taps on her shoulder, on her elbow a bit, and just yeah, basically just reiterate. Basically, just says, you could almost see it as a kind of, if you have a more direct, uh, a more direct, a smaller group, more direct access to her. She seems to basically. Raina just says, "All right." So she seems, from what I've gleaned, she seems to have acknowledged you as, well, basically an authority on this in many ways. She looks at you with a degree of respect. If anything, you would be the most fitted to make this a teaching moment, wouldn't you?
I guess. Well, I hope Ace and Corum and everyone can forgive me for this one.
Hmm. What's there to forgive?
Thank you, Raina. You've been a big help.
I try my best.
Alright, yeah, actually, in the battle, since Sylvana won't be there, I'm gonna have to be counting on you to try and, keep an eye on, help keep Nostria safe. You seem to know how to, you have a cool head under pressure and know when to get out of trouble when things are, getting too hot. Can I count on you to keep an eye out for her and help her get out of there if things are too dangerous?
Oh yeah, that little firecracker. Totally. I can keep her out of trouble.
Thank you, Raina.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go seek out Sylvana.
Nice. Yep. Sylvana is currently just twiddling with her dagger, kind of, staring staring daggers at the tied up shark man.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so Azora goes to Sylvana, and so the briefing for tomorrow, without Aegis, Lotus is going to take over the main forces. And it's going to be Axe and I going in the back.
Mm-hmm.
According to him, Aegis and the leader there are probably both still alive. We don't know exactly where they're being kept. You've seen Axe fight. He's not the most coordinated, and he's kind of a big target, and frankly, I'm not very fast. I'm bringing you in on the strike team, and gonna make your main job to see if you can find and release Aegis and Blake if they're still alive.
Yeah, she looks at you with a bit of surprise and just says, "I'm with you two,
Gonna have to be.
and you want
I'm
me to
having
dash ahead."
I'm having Nostra stay further back. So we're not going to have her magical backup for nearly as much as we would. Rain is gonna also try and help protect her.
So my job is to dash ahead and see if I can find them myself.
Once Axe and I are in and causing a distraction, you break off and see if you can find them. And then stay with Aegis and try and regroup with us. If they're still alive.
And
If they're not still alive, just regroup back with us.
Right. And if I find them still alive, do I go back to default following Aegis as my commander? Or will I
If
be in
he's
charge
in
of regrouping?
if he's in a state to be leading, if he's alert and mobile and everything, but if it comes to it,
Right.
have to lead.
All right, fine. I'll. Aegis, that Aegis is one I've. He seems like a. It'd be a shame if any. It'd be a shame if he went. He seems like a good man.
Who is this who's talking?
Shame about the tag. Yeah, shame about the tag along.
Get some rest. We'll all need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, who's gonna take watch?
So watch. All right. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to do marching on Loose Branch, and then cut to Aegis and Blake, or do you want to do Aegis and Blake and then have you arrive at Loose Branch at some point in the middle of that?
We're running kind of late. Do we want to do that this session, or?
I'm fine with continuing. It's
I'm the American here, but
Yeah, I'm fine.
okay, yeah.
I think. Yeah, no, I think I'm fine.
I kind of prefer the order of us trying to break out first and then them coming. But what do you two think? You're the majority here.
No, if you wanna
Yeah, I think that works.
yeah.
Then
Yeah,
it cuts
Aegis
from
and-
you to
okay.
me to you.
All right. So we'll do Aegis and Blake, and at some point, the Azora and her forces will arrive. Just tell me before we do this, though, Azora, what exactly is the go ahead here? What happens upon arrival?
So, once we get close enough to the area, we're going to have. Do we still have any of the ladders? Actually, I meant to.
You probably still have 2, and one of them has been broken in half.
You'd have 2.
So technically, you have 4, but
Yeah, 2 of them are a lot shittier.
yeah.
So yeah, Azora basically, is explain. We're going to go in. The forces are going to rally from 2 points. There's gonna be actually. No, I think it's best to just have the 2 ladders sort of go in relatively together, so we have, instead of 2 narrow chokes, have a bit of a wider, double the amount of soldiers going in at one spot at a time, In any case, yeah, Azora sort of, gonna have Lotus lead the main forces, to, she's gonna consult Heinz, whatever would be the most tactically advantageous area, preferably one pretty far from, kind of opposite to where our entrance is. So what we're first going to, they get into position while Axel, Ivana, and I circle around back. We're going to go in. Axe is a pretty loud guy, so we're going to go in hard and loud when we hit,
Right.
and loud enough that they should be able to hear us. I'll probably set off some explosives for good measure for that point. And then, they can, once we've started, give it, 3-5 minutes about, and then, start enough time for their forces to move in to try and deal with us, and then push in. I'm gonna recommend them try and be relatively stealthy but fast. Really emphasize speed, but don't go in charging, yelling, and screaming. Try and move quickly but relatively quietly.
Okay, so it's Azora Axe going loud in the tree. Sylvana breaks off. Their forces come to fight you, and then Heinz and Lotus rush in.
Yes.
All right, and where's Jailbird, by the way? Where do you want Jailbird?
Oh, Jailbird. I would say with fuck, I forgot she's here. With Heinz and Lotus and them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. All right, so Aegis,
Yep.
you have leveled up.
I have done that. I do want to ask because I've set my default tactic as cautious, gain +1 when you defy danger. does anyone think the other ones are stronger picks? Because defensive is pretty good. Reactive I quite like, though reactive I might like change to thing, but I think cautious is a good safe
Yeah,
option.
+1 defy danger. I think that's definitely your best bet.
Yeah.
Especially right now. I mean, it matters a lot less right. You know, it's not. It's about in general, not just right now, but
Yeah.
definitely right now. I would say that's best.
I think defensive. It's like thing because I think defensive is the most like in character for Aegis. So,
Really,
actually no.
I mean,
actually no, because Aegis never defends. He just has a different no.
Because defending is more about like you taking the sort of front line, whereas Aegis is more about taking the back line. You know, like Azora is the more defensive one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with cautious. Reactive, I might have some toying around with, but cautious.
Reactive,
is
if anything, I think is the most in character one, but it doesn't gel well with his very recent development of I need to be able to be self-sufficient. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't supposed to keep Rioter.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to remove that.
Trying to sneak one over on me.
So while Aegis is breaking out, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. But you know, just...
Right.
Okay, so
Yep.
Aegis was just leveling up in the corner. Blake thought it was very weird.
That's the corner.
But so we essentially like put our hands behind. I think are we doing a thing where like put our hands behind our backs, put like the sacks loosely back on, and pretend that we are
right. Yeah.
Actually, is there even any point to do that? Because we're just gonna jump the door when they. Actually, no. We want them to come in to tread on the caltrops.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Did you fashion any weapons?
Yeah, I fashioned some spears and javelins.
Spears and javelins. Gotcha.
Yeah, as best I could, as many as best I could, and as many like. So I imagine I have a spear, and if Blake wanted one, she gets one. Though I think she might be more comfortable with the jagged bit of plate. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, she prefers her dragon knife.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna say you have a spear and a 1 ammo on your javelin.
Okay. Let's javelin 1 ammo. And yeah. And I think also I'll grab something that can act as like a jagged dagger. So I got the option.
Like she has?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just just sort of break apart a dinner plate. And just carve it against the wall a bit. And yeah, you have it.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, you're set prone in a fake captured state. A while passes, turns into like an hours. Eventually you do hear like footsteps approaching.
How many sets does it sound like?
Sounds like about 3.
Okay, that's gonna be tricky, but we can make do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aegis gets ready to run. He's like, gripping and ungripping his hand, which tricky with one of them at the moment.
Yeah. The door creaks open, and you just hear one of them say, they're gonna make real strong ones. They're gonna be one of our best. And then before you hear it cry out in pain as it steps on your caltrops.
And with that, Aegis rips the thing off his head and looks to see if there are any other in the door, if there's what they're like right now.
Yeah, so there's one straight up in the room. There's one sort of in the doorway, and there's one behind that person, but there is a gap going out the other end that you can slip through.
Okay, yeah. So Aegis is gonna dash a javelin at the second one and then start running. The one that is in the
Alright.
room is like they're the one that trod on a caltrop.
Yeah.
How are they? Are they like on the ground? Are they still stood?
It's like kneeling down, gripping its foot.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna throw the javelin at the one behind him as I start my run.
Gotcha.
So, fucking. Oh, also my
Roll
damage
it.
dice is a D8 now. That's nice.
Yeah,
I'm
roll-
no longer.
Roll dex.
And I'll lose that javelin ammo just
Alright.
right away. No more javelin.
Gotcha.
And
And
let's
now
roll that.
roll dex to dash the hell out after
Okay.
you do your damage, obviously.
Nice 5 damage. That guy gets it.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
oh, it's a 9. Because I'm imagining I'm in battle and I've got my tactic going, but hey.
Yeah.
Also, I'm my own
It's a
fault
9
right
because
now.
of what?
It's a 9 because
of
of
your
cautious.
tactic?
Because cautious.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually,
I would. You know, I'm gonna say because of like the prep you did, we'll make that a 10.
nice.
An extra +1. Yeah. And yep, and Blake is right behind you.
Okay,
Yeah,
actually,
so, yeah,
considering
you,
this.
you,
Hmm.
yeah, the two of you managed to make some distance between you and the shark man. And as you're running, she says, "So, that went better than expected, but a bit of bad news already.
Yeah.
Looks like they boarded up the fishing spot."
Oh, that's tragic. Anything? What's next?
Yeah. So yeah, you see, so like as you're running, you look around, like this town is populated with the shark people.
Uh-oh.
Like you can just already make out about like 7 of them.
By the way, just we ran past them. We ran like thing amazing distance. Did we at any point pass through another like door that was like outward opening?
No, you're in a walkway right now.
Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna remove the doorstop from my inventory. That was useless.
But you might be able to use it pretty soon, though.
Okay.
Because
keep the doorstop.
Blake points out. She points out a hut and says, That's one of our that's one of the storage huts. That one specifically has a chimney."
All right, let's get in there.
Yeah, and this one does swing inward. This door swings inward.
All right, yeah, we go in there and like Aegis like puts the doorstop under the jamb of the door and like kicks it firmly in place.
All right. So, let's see. The chimney, sort of. There's just like there's like just a bunch of straw that would be lit to have like a fire. But obviously it's not lit right now. So if you move that out of the way, it is definitely thin enough that you could shimmy up to get onto like the rooftop of it.
Okay, just Aegis quickly like looks around the supply room first, not taking the time to like get anything, but is there anything valuable in here?
Anything valuable?
Yeah.
So you're talking like valuable for your situation, or just valuable like monetarily?
Yeah, monetarily.
Monetarily, all right. Yeah, there's a few bunches of coin, as well as some jewelry.
Okay, yeah. Aegis just notes that and then heads for the chimney to start. Well, I think like Blake scurry up first.
Yeah, Blake starts scurrying up. Yeah, Blake starts scurrying up. She has she shimmies up pretty efficiently. If you can look at how she does it, and like you can get a pretty good idea of how well to quickly go up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I follow.
All right. Yeah, roll dex.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh no.
So,
dear.
you're trying to shimmy up, but like you kind of like slip on a bit of like because like you were expecting this to be harder, more like soot covered than it was. Is actually it is still a bit damp because of just the location. So you slip down a bit once you get halfway up, like you slip back down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just as you see the door being kicked, like it is about to be kicked through.
Okay. I'm gonna start trying again, like just
All right.
forcing
Yep.
my way up there.
Yeah. Roll dex.
Oh, actually, as well. Throw the spare caltrops I made in the way of the door. So just
All right.
remove those. Yeah, I throw a handful of those out in front of the door and then start trying to scurry up again. So dex again.
All right. Roll dex.
I've hit the button. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Fuck on.
Oh no!
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'm
Yeah.
gaining XP fucking real fast though. I'll say that.
So yeah, you still just can't quite get a grip as the door is kicked in, and one of the sharkmen rushes in, but trips over your caltrops. As you see a rope is let down, and Blake just yelling after you, and Blake yells after you and just says, "It's not in my nature to stick around for people."
Yeah, Aegis just grabs onto it and like starts trying to bound his way up.
Yeah. So, roll strength
I'll be
and
right
take
back.
a +1.
Probably gonna need it. I did hit the button, by the way. It just seems to be taking its damn sweet time.
Yeah, it has been taken a few. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, well, 4, 5, 6 technically because of the fucking +1.
Ouch. So yeah, you're making your way up slower than you'd like, and that's when Sharkman bursts himself in through the chimney entrance and tries to snap at your feet.
Oh, God. Do I try kicking it in the face with my fucking luck? Well, yeah, Aegis is gonna try and kick off of him.
All right, roll strength.
Please, for the love of God, throw me a fucking bone here. I've hit the strength, but yeah.
Nice, yes. Sudden burst of energy as you kick the shark man in the face, the snout, and start shimmying back up.
It was but for an instant, but Aegis felt like he was acting.
So, the shark man starts, instead grabs the rope himself and starts yanking downwards. What do you do?
You know what? I'm gonna regret this, but I'm a good distance from it, right?
Yeah, you're
And
decent
he's now
distance away.
like, and is he at the bottom of the shaft, or is he like part way up as well?
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the shaft. He's trying to tug it down.
Oh, okay, that makes it a bit tricky. I was gonna like.
And
hope...
you see, you see Blake straining at the top to like not be thrown down in there.
I brace myself against the walls, like, put legs out thing, and I just tell her to let go of it. Just.
All right.
I might end up regretting that, but for now, just. Yeah, so she doesn't fall down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She lets go of it, and you're just going to try and brace yourself to stick to the wall. Then.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see. Yeah. Roll strength.
No.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say you can keep yourself stuck in the shaft and not fall down, but you're very much straining yourself to do so, and I'm gonna need you to mark weak.
Okay.
like you are like stretching your muscles, like you're tearing your muscles basically.
Jesus.
The
As you
weak get
sort
weaker.
of as you shimmy up and up slower. Blake reaches her hand down as you get closer.
Yeah, I take it.
Yeah, and she pulls you up with straining herself as the shark man attempts to, sort of smash down the hut almost. But you're up on the roof with her now.
Okay, what's next?
Uh,
Oh, by the way, thanks for going against your nature.
yeah. Was really. I don't know what the fuck decisions I make when I'm on adrenaline. When I'm on an adrenaline rush. And then she's looking around. And just says, "You feel confident in your jumping skills?"
No, but what other choice do I have?
All right. She points to like a nearby rooftop, and just says, "That's where we keep. That's where we kept at least spare weapons and armor."
Great. Yeah. I think we're fighting. I don't think we're quite gonna fight our way out of here, but we're not gonna get out without running into a few more at least.
Well, we could arm ourselves. I was more thinking that we could. Well, you've seen the floors in the huts are pretty tough, but they are still damp, and that's where all the heaviest shit is.
Yeah, Aegis is like gauging the jump.
All right, so getting yourself ready to make the jump.
Yep.
All right, roll dex.
Yes.
Nice. Blake makes it also.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, she points out like a bit of she goes to like a specific bit of the roof that a bit of the straw roof where she reaches under the straw and pulls up to reveal that there's like a trapdoor on the ceiling that she proceeds to drop into.
Oh, let me take away my armor actually. No shield, and hey, I don't have that thing that boosts shields anymore. Alright, yeah, Aegis follows down. And what is in the room? What toys do we have to play with?
All right, so there are some there's black leather armors, which would all have the one armor tag. There are also quite a few. There's also quite a few daggers and a few scimitars.
Okay, I throw away like the improvised knife, and I'm gonna grab a scimitar. And
Yeah.
there's nothing heavier than black levers. It's just black leather armors.
Yeah. That's the heaviest arm. That's the only armors they have.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. You can do a thing. Roll a 2d6 for me. Oh, okay. They actually have a as you're like going through all this stuff. So Blake, while you're going through this stuff, she's sort of she's just moving a bunch of shit to block the one door in here,
Yeah.
basically barricading. But as you're looking through all the stuff they have, you find behind all the leathers, there is a green plate armor.
You know what, Aegis, actually, I asked, but it's like, we're still trying to escape. Should Aegis take it? There's gonna be a battle here soon, and it's a... Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Fuck it, let's take the risk.
All right. Yeah, as Blake looks back and sees you eyeing, I'm assuming you're already grabbing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks back and she's like, "You're a bold one, aren't you?"
I have a feeling that the battle's gonna start far sooner than either of us it's gonna start far sooner than planned. If they turn up, I want to be ready for it.
All right. I'm not really feeling the energy to argue with that.
So yeah, I actually only noticed a minute ago. Like, it's like I didn't take note of, but Aegis has, on this one, heavy armor training. Aegis is not rendered clumsy by heavier armors.
Nice.
Azora has some heavy armor.
I'm gonna but for now, I'm gonna remove my leather armor and I don't have it now. I'm gonna add green
Yeah,
plate.
plate armor is 3 armor.
Oh wow, you have plate. Never mind.
Yeah. It is
Both with our plate armor.
What's the weight on that?
plate armor's weight is, I believe, Azora, you have it, right? Can you
I
just
don't have weight for my armor though.
Wowee. Look at you.
I think it's 3.
Let me weigh up what I've got. So I don't have my Atlotl on me. So right now I have a spear, 1 weight. I don't have my coin on me, so remove that. Okay, let's just account for what's present. So start at 0. I've got a spear, that's 1 weight. This is probably 3 weight, so it's 4 of 9 so far. Actually, let me look at what the fucking load is on a fucking. Okay, so
this is just a bit like during like the fun escape sequence where you just pause the game after seeing some loot.
Yeah. Okay, well, hey, now I've got 11 load instead of 9 on this new class, so.
Hell yeah.
Aegis is buffer.
It's 4 weight. Plate is 4 weight.
Okay. Green plate, 4 weight. That's how you remember. And I have a scimitar, which I'm imagining a scimitar is 1 weight.
Mm-hmm. And it's also close.
Close. So yeah, Aegis just like throws on the green plate armor, grabs the scimitar, and is kind of surprising himself that he still feels pretty nimble. He still feels he's just probably just running on adrenaline at the moment. But yeah,
So yeah, she's got a bunch of tables barricading the door now, and she looks at you and she says, "So, wait for them to burst through and fight our way through, or do you want to see if we can't break through the floor?"
He's looking around. So you said they had some. You said this is where they keep the heavy stuff, but I see daggers and scimitars, and right now I'm about the damn heaviest thing in here.
Yeah. Yeah. She points up to like a sort of second story, like up like a rope ladder, and just says, That's where we kept all the cargo."
Let's have a. Yeah, Aegis is gonna go and try and have a look.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, once you head up there, by the way, there is banging now on the door into the storage area.
Nice.
But yeah, you see basically like a caught basically like 2 like wagons.
How the hell did you get these up here?
I haven't handled storage I haven't handled storage here in years. I've always, we always encourage people to work smart, not hard. I guess this is working smart.
Right. Well, yeah, Aegis starts like digging through one of the wagons looking for anything that can break through the floor.